Hi, I'm Jyoti Tyagarajan and I'm a lifelong teacher. With 1.5 million schools that employ 6.5 million teachers that teach 156 million students, India should be well on her way to a knowledge-based economy. So should quality education for all not be our clarion call to successful basic education in all our states? At first sight, some of the challenges to deliver holistic and quality education for every child in this country were clear. There were inadequate resources, there was a time crunch, there was lack of educational technology, and our teaching methods were a little bit old-fashioned, and these were some of the spokes in the wheel for why we were not being able to come together fairly soon. And this was also the reason that Meghshala stepped out to bat for basic education. My dream is that one day every child in every house, in every country, in every part of the world is taught sensibly so that they can put thoughts together and take charge of their own lives and do good for the general community. If they can just pull this world together into a wonderful family of supporters, helpers, visionaries, scientists, musicians, artists, what a world we would create. So, and we can't do any of this without making education the pin around around which this world will turn.
It started with 30 plus members in it. Very few schools were involved in this. And today we have 300 plus schools, more than 500 teachers involved, and more than 16,000 of students are being benefited by Meghshala.
Before using this app, I'm a common teacher. And now I'm thinking that I'm a special teacher.
When I think about Meghshala app, so if I am in the dark room, if somebody gives one matchstick and one lamp, if I lamp that light, so it gives me light in my life.
ಈ ಮೇಘಶಾಲಾ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ನಿಂದ ಪಾಠವನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಏನು ಸರ್ವತೋಮುಖ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಆಲ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಮೇಘಶಾಲೆಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Their schools were always on the far side of lakes or muddy roads or steep hillsides. Our program manager Mayopam and his team of merry people have their adventurous spirits tucked into their back pockets, their Google Maps in their hands, and smiles on their mud-splattered faces. Zamkhan Pao from Churachandpur takes a 20-minute boat ride to reach his school, crossing the lake formed by the Mapital Dam to reach the upper primary school beyond the lake. Wampung, astride his bike, slips sideways on these slushy roads. At the other end is Pungchan Primary School. Needless to say, he cannot make it back before nightfall, and the teachers bring him dinner. But look at these young faces and the excitement. They can scarcely stay still in their eagerness to learn. The just-in-time technology in Meghshala serves this math teacher so well. We are changing the landscape, one lesson at a time. And we are in it for the best reason in the world, the shine in these children's eyes.
So after seeing and after hearing much about app, what I found is that this was the best platform for the learning for both the teacher and student as well. So earlier days the learning and teaching take place as a lecture types of method, but in this there was activity based method and also play type of method, so where students interest will also gain and it will also help teacher to teach them easily.
लाइक अब एक्टिभिटी त्यसमा बेसी छ मक्सालाको एक्टिभिटी धेरै हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ उनीहरूले बोल्नै पर्यो कन्भर्सेसन हुन्छ टिचरहरूसँग अब हामीले क्वेसन सोध्दा उनीहरूले आन्सर गर्छै गर्छ अनि इन्भल्भमेन्ट अफ द स्टुडेन्ट चाहिँ एकदमै राम्रो छ सर यसमा चाहिँ सबैलाई कोलाबोरेट गरेको छ
The language and the situations, they are very, very simple. Even the slowest kid in the classroom would be able to understand.
Since Meghalaya had a very, in terms of education, as per Acer report, we didn't do very well. So one of the seminars we came across the Meghshala team, and they told us that what they do with the creation of teacher content and enabling teachers to create content so that they teach better. So we thought it will go very well with our Project Star. And then came the Meghshala team, and they started with I think 30-40 teachers, and it expanded, and today they have trained more than 160 teachers. So teacher training was something new to the teachers, and the way they did it by creating content and in the Garo language as well, and plus the provision of tablets and smartphones coupled with that. So we have been seeing the reactions of these teachers. They have been telling us that it is immensely helping in terms of content creation and how they teach in the school.
So there was chaos at the beginning. Without any warning or without any preparation, we had to shift from offline mode of education, face-to-face mode of education, to online mode.
The challenges were daunting and the barriers seemed impossible to overcome. Yet, we managed small wins. The last academic year was tough for students and teachers. While the world was coming to terms with the pandemic and getting used to a new way of life, at Meghshala Trust, we were focusing on finding ways to ensure education could continue. We designed and created a Bridge Course program aimed at assisting teachers in bridging the learning gap arising due to the lockdown. Along with this, we were excited to introduce this new feature along with our pre-existing resources to the Afzalpur block in Karnataka, adding an additional 172 schools to our repertoire. Despite this pandemic, Meghshala was more active and involved than ever before, and we were only growing from here.
Meghshala has been working for more than a year in MCD schools. They are working in close coordination with schools for upliftment of knowledge, skill of MCD school children.
एक साल पहले मेघशाला के साथ जो प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट हुआ निगम के स्कूलों में, काफ़ी अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट रहा। इनका जो कंटेंट था अच्छा है, एनसीईआरटी बेस्ड था। टैबलेट्स के थ्रू बच्चों ने बुक्स के साथ साथ टेक्नोलॉजी का भी यूज़ किया और बहुत अच्छा इफ़ेक्ट इसका पड़ा है।
The 5 crore recipient of the Edition 8 under Education category is Meghshala Trust. I would like to share that the project aims to include and promote technology-based education in schools, and what was most impressive was the focus on local language, Nepalese, Lepcha and Bhutia languages in the curriculum, and it's time that we really pay attention to some of these local dialects, languages, and how important they are in upbringing of a child and connecting them back with the roots I think I'm reminded again of the quote. I think I've said it before on this forum, but then Rabindranath Tagore himself said that mother tongue is like mother's milk for the child and so critical. Meghshala has used technology as the medium of intervention in the state of Sikkim, and we sincerely congratulate them.
I remember thinking, this is just going to need a set of teachers and goodwill. I do believe that I had a great set of teachers to start with, and have continued to have great sets of teachers that have always pulled in the right direction. But I was wrong when I thought that was all I would need. This is not an inexpensive initiative, and as we got deeper and deeper into changing the way teachers taught in classrooms, changing culture is expensive business. It's not as expensive as most people make it out to be, but it is expensive all the time, especially when you've lived on a teacher's salary. We all know what that is. With the best will in the world, we couldn't have done what we did without all the generous help that we got on the monetary side from friends, institutions, companies, and companies within friends and friends within companies. So much has gone into it. So thank you to every single person that stood by our side and gave us advice, gave us finances, gave us use of their facilities, and so on. So grateful that we could be where we are today because all of us worked together and pulled in roughly the same direction.